Okay, good morning, everybody. Tudor's got one trophy yesterday. Really not too bad, all things considered. I'm playing some KikiChord. It's been a deck that I've liked kind of a lot more last season. Haven't really touched this season at all, so we're kind of dusting it off. Got a few other decks prepped. Not sure exactly what we're going to play today. Got some cool stuff, though. Well, we're secret the 5 months, and then gonna chest open. What's up, Spikelings? I'm your one trophy back e-boy, and one trophy back e-boy only online friend aspiring Spike. I'm super lost. Misty, Luris, Bobble. So this is probably Twiddlestorm, right? It's gotta be Twiddlestorm. Today, my take food, we're gonna match and then overtake the trophy lead with KikiChord of Modern. Is KikiChord the new Splitter Twin? Nah, that's Shark Typhoon plus Nexus of Fate, but it's close. So enjoy the great commentary and all the trophies, and like, share, sub, comment, hit the bell, and more. More indeed, huh? Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. I mean, this has just got to be Total Storm, and so we just double check what we have in the main deck to deal with that. Oh, nobody look at this. Hey, Farrell, thank you for 6 months. Appreciate ya. We can get Vincer, Endurance. Yeah, most of our anti-combo cards are in the sideboard. Yeah, game 1 might be kind of tough. This might be a game where I Chord of Calling for Ragavan. I can also just try to combo and ignore them. I think that's probably fine. Just get Recruiter, get Guardian, get Kiki. Hope that's good enough. So I do have another red source to go with this Misty, right? Do I have Steam Vents? No, I've got Sacred Foundry, Stomping Ground, Ketria Triome. So I can get a red source with Ketria Triome, but it enters tapped. Yeah, Misty can't get, I can get Stomping Ground, but it's in the deck. Can't get the Sacred Foundry, so that'll be an issue. Stream Decker still shows belief. Okay, I'll change it. I thought I put this one in there. Just finished Jessica Lotus Field. Can you explain the reason with Monkey in the sideboard? The monkeys are in the sideboard for big mana combo and control. And because you play like a lot of Furies, it's important, I think, to have a sideboard card that's good in that specific spread of matchups. I guess I can use Ephemerate to make a mana, actually. Yeah, I can use Ephemerate to make a mana next turn. I'm probably dead next turn, though. It is what it is. Or sorry, I guess not make a mana, but I could filter a mana by having Felidar Guardian flicker the Stomping Ground. So I can filter this Temple Guardian mana into red. Canned Man, 6 months, appreciate you, buddy. So basically you board up Fury Monkey against combo control. Yeah, or you know, some combination of Fury Monkey, Fury Chalice, you know. But like having a flexible sideboard card like that when you have like a very narrow, what's the word I want to look for? Narrow package of cards are pretty valuable. Okay, Magistrate stops Breach, stops Wish. Liberator's probably fine. Toski might even be fine, to be honest. Let's see. I want these cards. And then I do not want the Skyclave, nor the Solitudes, nor the Auriok Champion. I could probably cut the Glasspool Mimic too. The Resto seems kind of bad in this matchup. Omnath seems kind of bad too. Deputy's probably not that good. Collector Oof. Yeah, they don't play Breach. I don't think I want the Oof. Trying to think if I want the Forge-Tender for protection. I think they probably play more pushes. Spike. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. Don't think the Sanctifier is good. Is a new good versus Talisman in EE? Yeah, okay, yeah. I think that's a good argument. I think this looks like a good configuration. Got a lot of good sideboard cards, huh? Sanctifier's better remember card, exiles cards. It can break the Tomb Scour loop. Yeah, I think that's probably true. But I think that it's realizing that oof is good makes me not that interested. So I feel like usually in this matchup with Magus of the Moon, like I'm pretty interested in playing this like the turn after they play Lotus Field. The problem with that is like sometimes they can kill you on turn 3. It's not super common. Okay, well, we've lost our Magus, I think. Okay, Herald with 13 months. Blight Skittles with the 8 months. Appreciate you guys. Okay, it's not a bad draw necessarily. And if I draw one more land, I'm going to be able to chord for 2, and I've got, you know, plenty of good 2-drops to interact with my opponent. Got a coffee? It's just some, you know, some black espresso and Americano. It's really all I ever drink these days. Can you play blue-white control successfully with 2 Solitude in the current state of Modern? Yeah. I'd say so. Okay, I'll play the Drannith Magistrate. This stops, again, Underworld Breach and Wish. And just getting a lock piece in here is pretty important because they can theoretically kill you turn 3. Or Chord for Ragavan. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Chord for Ragavan wouldn't be bad. Are they gonna... Yeah, I was like, surely they're not gonna Talisman here. Okay, I will just go ahead and... Wait, they did Shock. I think I still am supposed to main phase this. And get an oof. Assuming this resolves. Force of Negation, pitch Pact of Negation. Okay, that wasn't necessarily something I expected them to have. Then they consider. Oh yeah, sorry. Inquisition. If you play Soul Hoarder, you can float a mana instep, flicker mana dork, and then chord for 1 higher than you may have thought at first. Yeah, I guess I've never done that. It's kind of cool. Would I suggest you play the spot of the 2 remaining Solitude? I mean, I would probably max out on Verdicts. That would be like the first thing I'd want to do. Well, don't really have anything going on anymore. So I can use this to be +2 counters on the Soul Herder, which is... I'm probably not going to do that here, this turn, right? Next turn I can attack for 3. Then this goes to 4, 5, 6. Okay, so if I want to put them on a 2-turn clock, I should Ephemerate now. Yeah, saving this to protect my Magistrate from removal is probably more important, I agree. How many foil sets of Kamigawa and Neon Dynasty lands am I getting? I'll probably get the non-foil ones. But they look really cool. Yeah. Best case scenario, my opponent uses a spot removal spell on Magistrate and I get to Ephemerate. But I guess they're not going to because they know about the Ephemerate. Yeah, they just want to take that line. So they go for Lurrus in the hands. Magistrate does shut them off of casting things off Lurrus, at least. Okay, not a bad draw. Alright, so that's lethal next turn. Although, I guess, does the Lurrus change that? It might... Okay, I don't have a green card for the Endurance, but I could maybe Ephemerate into one if I really need one. But Magistrate shuts off Breach and Lurrus, so I don't know why I would necessarily need to do that. Because I would use the Ephemerate to protect the Magistrate instead of digging for a green card. Schumberger of 21 months, appreciate you. What is their overall win condition? Grape Shot? I think they have Wish for either Grape Shot or... Oh no, they tapped the bird. Sorry, I thought they were untapping the Lotus Field. I was reading the comments. Oh no. Yikes. You should have tapped Bob instead. I guess so, yeah. I guess so. So we're 21. Appreciate you. Did I see the new 3-man Planeswalker? Looks really good. Yeah, I agree that card seems to be pretty good. Well. So they would have done all this in their second main phase, and they would have had one less mana. Which, yeah, this looks like they needed the exact amount of mana they had. So yeah, big punt, huh? Big punt. I was just kind of, you know, not looking. Right, and they wish for Tome Scour, then they get to go infinite, and they kill us. Alright, at least it was round 1. I'm kind of interested in playing it in, like, Grixis with, like, Channeler and Ragavan too, just because, like, I feel like I guess we can keep this. I feel like the, like, attack clause is, like, really good with Channeler specifically. Right. Opponent has revealed Lurrus as their companion. Not a super common strategy to play Lurrus in Modern. Let's see what they're on. Is there a good way to blink it? No. Not a good way. The best way is Felidar Guardian, which I don't, like, really see happening. Morning Eyelash. You play 4-color Blue Red or Hammer at the 1K. I don't think I've ever seen you. I guess I've seen on Twitter that you've been playing a lot of Blue Red. I've never watched you play Blue Red, but I know you're pretty good with 4-color and Hammer. I feel like Hammer is, like, a really good deck to play in paper, since, like, it's a lot easier to, like, read your opponent in person and try to, like, bluff things in person and try to get, you know, a read on what interaction they have, which seems really important for Hammer. So if you feel like that's something you can do well, then I would recommend that. Maybe 4-color, if not. This KikiChord somewhere appealing if it was named Wombo Combo. Okay, noted. I'll keep that in mind. Oh yeah. If you're gonna stream the event, Eyelash, you should probably do 4-color. Actually, that way you get more, like, gameplay content. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, if you're gonna stream it, 4-color is good because you just get, like, longer matches and more and more content. So keep that in mind too. I wanted to main phase this so they couldn't drown or dress down it. They obviously didn't have a bolt because they didn't kill the bird. Tutors doesn't sleep. Yeah, Tutors got this trophy at 3:30 a.m. I don't understand Tutors' sleep schedule. It's not that of a normal man. All right, dress down in the graveyard. Pretty close to Delirium now. I don't quite have Death Touch on my Ice-Fang. 4-color is your worst deck, but it's very fun. I'll probably be a chicken and play Hammer. Yeah, I think that's fine too. I mean, playing what you want to play is also 100% the most important thing, especially at a paper tournament. It just plays in his sleep. Yeah, I wasn't able to play any off stream last night, unfortunately. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to tonight either. I'm getting my boosty, and I've got some stuff to do tonight. And yesterday I had to finish my CFB article, and then I had some stuff to do with Esther. But I think that, you know, both, or maybe the three of us, you know, I don't necessarily want to speak for them, but Ginger, Tutors, and I were, like, all going really crazy last week, and it's been simmering down this week some, so it feels like in some ways some of the pressure is off, but I don't want to get, you know, complacent or anything. We're still going really hard. Ephemerate was actually a really sick draw there. We're still going really hard. We're not getting complacent, but you know, the mental grind, the fatigue is super real, and I think it's affecting all three of us. Have I seen the new legendary land? I haven't, no. I've seen the Planeswalker, the Demon, the Dragon, and the basic lands. The D&D campaign literally passed out from the boosty. Rough, dude. Kind of debating on putting Yorion into my hand versus Deputy plus Hierarch plus Ephemerate. I think I'll go Deputy plus Hierarch plus Ephemerate. Next time I think I'll compete. Hell yeah. I don't know when next time's going to be, to be honest, though. At the very least, like, I don't plan on, you know, hosting, whatever. I don't plan on competing next season. But maybe, you know, somebody else can. I don't know. Someone else could buy the trophies next season or something. Yeah, Tutors got one at like 3:30 last night. Does anybody know what it was? Do we have any Tutors Discord members on the in the chat? Okay, I suppose I'll just ephemerate the wall. And then I get the draw off of this, assuming they don't kill the wall. Probably on Rhinos next step, 9 months. Yeah, I've been kind of meaning to play some Rhinos again lately. It's been a while. Legendary land, add black, channel. Mill 3 cards and return a creature planeswalker from graveyard to hand. Build costs 1 less for each legendary creature you control. So you can only channel when you already have a same named card in play, right? That's when you can channel. I can't remember exactly how the mechanic works. I do have a Discord channel. I'm not active in it at all. I don't ever look at it, but there is a Discord channel for this stream. But I'm not. Don't expect to talk to me in there. So I don't want to, you know, walk into a drown or dress down potentially. If they fetch an instep here, it's a big mistake. Cycle but not draw just allows you to discard. Yeah, then you get the effect. But you don't have to have the like same name already in play. Because that's what I can't remember. I'm gonna block. Block with walls, because this is a green for Chord of Calling. I think I have Grandeur. Okay. I don't know what Grandeur is. Grandeur's no, I remember Grandeur. It's the Corlash. Corlash has Grandeur. Is that right? Okay, so I have 9 cards in my yard. I have 9 Chord of Calling mana here. I think I'll just cast the Solitude, and if they answer it here, then we get to untap with Chord. Yeah, that was the... Oh, no! They just... this was really bad into Dress Down, because now Dress Down is just in play. Although I can Chord in this instep here. I'm not sure what I'm getting, though. I want to be able to use both chords, ideally, because they have the Croxa. So I have 10... Soaking Chord for 3 and then 2. So I could get Charming Prince. I'll just get Resto. Chord for 2 and 2. No, if I chord for 3, then I can chord for 2, right? I think I'll just get Resto, then I can chord for 1, right? If I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I guess I have to tap this. Yeah, okay, then I can chord for just Ragavan. No, I get to untap the Solitude. I can chord for 2. Okay. This is the line. Can't you chord for Kiki and then chord for Infinite afterwards? Not this turn, though. And that play, if I'm gonna go for the KikiChord combo, that just plays around no interaction of my Grixis opponent who has 4 cards in hand, which doesn't make much sense. Also, my Kiki's discarded, so yeah. When I flicker Felidar? Okay, I should have flickered the Felidar, yeah. So now I'm gonna get the Charming Prince, right? Tech for Orca. Abzan Kihira. Sprawl, Grazer, Endurance, Grief, main deck Luris, main deck Nethrahal, Apex of Death, Prowling, Sepultard, Solitude, Abrupt Decay, Absent Charm, Ephemerate. Yeah, these are the kind of deck techs that are really tough just because they're like very clearly super hyper homebrew with like the intention of like being played at the FNM level. There's not anything wrong with that inherently, but it's really difficult for me to do a deck tech on decks like this because in my opinion, like it seems like I just don't know where to start. Like, one, Luris is really bad in this deck. That's the first thing I see. Luris in the deck, the only thing you can bring back is a Boreal Grazer. Like, I have no idea, and Utopia Sprawl. Like, I have no idea why Endurance is in your deck. Grazer is also not a very good card in this deck either, and so it's just really difficult to like for me to understand like what your goals are here necessarily. You know what I mean? So I think we could maybe just get a refund on the old deck tech here. Kiki's in the graveyard. We can't win with the Chord, can we? I don't think so. We could return to Kiki, I guess. Never enough. Yeah, no. Kiki's in the graveyard. Could attack for 4. Could leave this back to block a dash Ragavan. I think I'll attack for 4. Yeah, so if someone could refund Akura, that'd be cool. Or Orca, sorry. We have an Ewit? We do have an Ewit, yeah. So keys in the deck can basically go off infinite guys. Yeah, I'm really, really confused. Horsuit, I'm not sure what you're saying at all. So I do have access to Yorion. Let me first ephemerate my Witness. I also have Lethal here. So I guess I'll just attack. 4/6. Okay, that was enough, I guess. We found the line. Attack for 6, huh? So I'm interested in these 4 cards. I usually cut the Kiki combo in this matchup. And then we'll cut the Vincer too. Anything else just kind of bad? I don't think so. Even the Guardian. Guardian's kind of good at blocking Ragavan. And does go infinite with Soul Herder. I don't think you necessarily want to go in on any combos in this matchup though. Master 4 months, appreciate you. Toski could be okay too. Although they have Dress Down, so probably not. No way we want any Soul Sister effects. We have an Auriok Champion in the deck to go infinite with Resto, or Felidar Mimic, or Felidar Resto. We have one. How does Growth interact with Moon? Growth beats Moon. You can always tap. You can tap for any color with Moon in play, no matter what the Growth is on. Although it was bugged for a long time that was not the case. It was supposed to work, you know, the way I just described, but it didn't. But they fixed it somewhat recently. Is there a way to make Phyrexian Obliterator work in Modern currently? So this is something that we talk about pretty often. The idea of picking a card that you like and making it work, quote unquote. This is something that a lot of people. This is the way a lot of people approach brewing. In my experience, I would say the majority of people do this, where again they pick a card and they try to make it work. in my opinion, that's not a great way to approach brewing, where I'm of the opinion that you should try to find a card that is powerful and competitive and underplayed, and then turn that, and then find a way to maximize on this idea that you think is going to be competitive, instead of finding a card that is underpowered, like Phyrexian Obliterator, and again, making it work. That being said, if you like Phyrexian Obliterator and you want to cast the card, you can, for sure. And it's going to be underpowered basically no matter what, though, especially like in the Solitude metagame. Well, you can do it. I don't know like what a good Obliterator deck would look like. Code Reflecting for 19 months, appreciate you. But you know, like I think that like if you're going to have this approach, it's important to like understand what you're doing, right? Understand, you know, that your goal is not necessarily to build a competitive deck with Obliterator, but make Obliterator as good as you could possibly can. See what I draw here. Wall of Blossoms. I think I'll attack. Their shadows aren't that good because I have double Ice-Fang with Death Touch. Seymour is a surprise card that can catch people off guard. Yeah, it's just like, it doesn't line up well against the format as a whole, to be honest, at the moment. It's like I feel like basically every deck has good answers to it. So I'm not going to block because they could kill my Ice-Fang and make me lose Death Touch. Although I guess I'll get to hit with Ragavan, maybe? They have no cards left in their hand. Yeah, I don't think it is the kind of card that would catch people off guard at the moment. Okay, we can cast that next turn. Oh, I guess they can escape the Croaxa, though. Maybe they'll draw something else to do. Why didn't I block the DRC? I said when I didn't block the DRC, I'm not blocking because if they have a removal spell, they can kill my other Ice-Fang and turn off Death Touch. Kid Joey, 5 months. Appreciate you. You got a new job. Thank you for helping me during the time of finding one. Awesome, Kid Joey. Glad to hear it. Congratulations to you. Alright, so Crooks is getting escaped. Auriok Champion would have been pretty good here. You're good. It's yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm sorry if my question pissed you off, but you was talking about I didn't hear. Okay, well, you don't need to, you know, all caps. It's fine, but you know, you could understand from my perspective, hopefully, how this happens a lot, where I'll say something, I'll explain a line, and then I'll just immediately get asked the same question. So if you're gonna, you know, if you're gonna not listen and then ask something like that, then, you know, be prepared to get, you know, annoyed by, I guess. I don't know. And I get snapping turtled. I think I discard the Yorion. I'm not 100% sure. I also think I block here. Maybe I should have kept the Yorion. It's just like so bad if they have a drown or dress down, you know? And then if I draw any spell, I can double spell with the Ephemerate. This block is also really bad if they have a fetch land or bauble as their top deck. I discard the Ephemerate because of IOK. They would have cast the IOK pre-combat for sure. Spellbomb. Okay, I am happy that they boarded that in, I guess. So I guess I can try to go for the block plus Ephemerate line. I think that I'm gonna just main phase the Ephemerate. Yeah, maybe I played around dress down, drown too hard. Definitely feels that way now that I'm, you know, just top decking lands. So if they play Channeler, they do still have Delirium. We have 2 draws here. They're at 6. We have a lot of good draws here, of course. But we did just draw a couple lands off the top. Okay, that's an interesting card to see. Let me redraw. I think I just play this on 0. I'm not in very good shape anymore. I feel like I handled this game pretty bad, but it was definitely a hard game to navigate. Name 2 for Kroxa. It's Prelate only shuts off non-creature spells. Oh, I'm just dead to them casting Kroxa though, off the Luris and attacking me with Channeler. Man, yeah, I don't know. I think that was probably a mistake to not to discard the Yorion. I think that I was definitely thinking if I drew any spell, I could double spell next turn, and I just played way too hard around Dress Down, so let's drown. It's been the play for game 3. Draven, thank you for the 6 months. Appreciate you. We'll make sure that they go for the line. Oh, wow. I mean, I'm really happy if they attack with this Luris. Yeah, I guess they might go for end of turn Dress Down. Wait, what happened? Why am I at 5? I blocked Death Shadow. Was I not at 6 just a second ago? I was at 8? Okay, I thought I was at 6. Okay, well I guess I wasn't dead, huh? I really thought I was at 6. Although this lock is not beatable either. I don't know. I just look at 8 and read 6. What's going on with me? I'm just broken. Maybe I do want Resto. Resto's pretty good against Channeler. Sorry guys, I'm losing it. I'll cut a chord. I feel like I get, you know, Mandela affected into a new universe where I was at I was at 8 instead of 6 and still lost. I mean, this hand's great. I think I am leading on Hierarch here off Temple Garden. Is this not a Toski matchup? The problem with Toski this matchup is they have Dress Down. It's like really bad against Dress Down. I would think of Kaito's potential bar. I think that card's good. I'm not sure exactly how good yet, of course, but I like it. Any reason to bring in Magus? Or just died out? I mean, it dies to all their removal, yeah. I think Magus is really bad in this matchup. Magus is the card that people just want me to bring it in every single matchup, too. It's one of those. Let's get Fountain into Champion, Forge-Tender. Can chord for 3 next turn. Prelate looking pretty good too. Prelate on 2. Kind of depends on what their turn looks like here. Yeah, if you want to bring in Magus against like against decks like this, you should probably main deck it. I mean, main deck it is not, it's, you know, totally fine. You like will win some free games, but okay, they keep a card on top. Take the chord. Prelate on 2 does seem pretty good to me. It does mean my prelate is more fragile, but I think I like the line. And then I think I get Stomping Ground here so I can cast a chord that I draw. And we can pretty freely attack. Let me attack with the Tender, I think. Prelate for 2 means they can't dress down. I know. But it's also like prelate on 2 means like they can kill this with any of their 1-mana removal spells. They also have more 1-mana spells than 2. But yeah, stopping dress down, iteration, drown, I think makes sense. This also does turn off like my, if I go on 1, it does turn off Ephemerate and growth. So like that, there is like some consideration there. But it also has like I just noticed this, but they only have like 6 minutes on their clock left. You have fortune if they try to heat the prelate. That's true, yeah. I will definitely, you know, use that if I had the option. Okay, Croxa. Not too good here. I lose 2 life. The return is kind of scary, but oh, they also could have attacked. I guess that's good for me that they didn't. Wall is a fine draw. Yeah, getting a creature that you can flicker to draw a card in play is really important. And we drew Sanctifier. 80 freaking cards, by the way. An unreal top deck. An unreal top deck. A totally unfair top deck. Jeez. Whitelisted, huh? Do I have enough hate pieces? I'll take another one. I'll accept 1 more hate piece, I think. I mean, how did they just beat this attacking for 3? Okay, now I'm attacking for 4. Yeah. Well, we have prelate on 2, so they can't dress down. So it's like we have fortune to protect the prelate. I don't know how they get out of this. But it's just the GG. Long game. Yeah, Ragavan, yeah, did nothing. Maybe I should have cited it out. I don't know. It seems okay. Being mana efficient in this matchup is important. The old GG, no concede. And the offensive GG, I see. And just like too risky. Okay, Descent at least has Glasspool Mimic to play as a second land. Guess we have to keep this on 6, put back to Kiki. Lightning Man, thank you for the Twitch Prime, appreciate ya. Gonna get Temple Guard in here. Yeah, drawing your best possibles with your Yorion deck is just like, it's just such a rush. Alright. Hierarch down, playing against Murktide. Trying to remember what I thought of this matchup. I mean, I definitely don't think too highly of it, like when I'm stumbling like this a little bit. Lightning Man with Twitch Prime. Figured I could drop Prime instead of just memeing in the chat. Well, you know, those two things are not mutually exclusive. I do appreciate the Prime. Okay, so they probably have a counter spell. Oh man, my draw is clunky. Anytime you're talking about the trade-off power level for consistency, just bring up Yorion decks. I mean, a lot of times, yeah, I mean, that's for sure, for sure. Alright, land for Deputy would be nice. Well, I'm probably dead. Maybe they'll summon. I guess they can't even play another Murktide this turn, but that would be pretty good. Into the, they did exile Murktide Regent. Too bad they can't cast it. So maybe we'll draw a land, and then they'll fetch on their end of turn, and we can Venser the Murktide before they get to untap. Man, man, our draws have been poopy. Tyler, 26 months? Hell yeah, that's a long time, dude. Things do get better post board. Very similar to the last matchup. We get the Fourth Solitude, the Sanctifier, the Forge-Tender. We get to trim a lot of the clunky cards too, like the Venser, the Kiki. Alright. Off it. I guess I could have called for Solitude. That was like a bit early, but the top decks are really getting to me. It's Kiki, Venser, Guardian out. Maybe trim a Chord too. Could also trim a Soul Herder. I think I'll trim a Chord. Scoop him up, 20 months. Appreciate you. Oh, maybe the Skyclave's actually kind of bad. It's DRC at least. And Ragavan, but Ragavan's not very good against us. Then we have Sanctifiers, make DRC worse. Yeah, maybe I'll, yeah, I don't think I'll want the Skyclave that much. Why rip over Sanctifier in the Stoneblade board? Well, double white is doable, but it's not quite as easy as white colorless. Rest in Peace is also like really good against is better against Murktide, surprisingly, I think. I'm not 100% sure that's true because like the pro red body is good against Murktide, but like I've played a lot of games where I've cast Sanctifier against Murktide, and then they just cast Murktide and I die. But Rest in Peace shuts down Murktide, which is really nice. Keep this. Rest in Peace is also like really good against Living End, where Sanctifier like is kind of not. There's there's a lot of ins and outs to the case, of course. Any reason you might want to leave Felidar just for the ability to gain infinite life? I mean, that would be the reason, but it's like in this matchup, it's like really difficult to combo in any capacity. Like they just, yeah, it's just a nightmare trying to combo in this matchup. Can I just get another forest here? This Triumph fixes my mana pretty well. Yeah, trying to combo in any capacity in this matchup is really difficult. They're a deck full of cheap interaction. And like a big way that you lose, I think, is just leaning too hard into these 2-card combos, where your win condition in these matchups is card advantage, and then your interaction is really important too. Okay, just pass with the call up. They boarded Moon against me. I don't know that they should. They might. Is Toski too slow? Oh, you could board it, Toski. Toski could be fine. Right, they get a Fiery Islet. So I could get Soul Herder here and get a little bit of value. I could just get Endurance and just main phase Endurance. That seems kind of good too. I could also get Forge-Tender to go Witness, Return a Land, cast Forge-Tender. I think I like the Endurance line, but all these lines seem like totally reasonable to me. Okay, they find a Channeler. Play Channeler. Do they have a land? They do have a land. So let's get a land too. I also have the ability to chord for a Forge-Tender. Or, maybe Ragavan. Also, getting up to 5 mana and, starting to hardcast these Solitudes will be pretty good too, I hope. Okay, so they have Delirium, so they're going to be attacking with this Channeler. And then I can, if they heat the Endurance, I guess I'll chord for 1 in response. I think I get Fountain here so that I can draw any land and hardcast the Solitude. Kyle, thank you for the 5 months. Appreciate ya. Do you have a strong opinion on Thoughtscour or consider Murktide? I think consider is better of the two. That's not a super strong opinion though. Chord for 1 getting Hierarch also means you cast Solitude. That's true, yeah, but I think I've got like... I think I like this line more. This just like makes them have another Unholy Heat or they lose their Channeler next turn too. And like actually impacting the board this turn feels like just like getting to like play 2 things that are impactful this turn feels really relevant as well. Tortoise with a 27 months, let's go. Do you want to Dryad Arbor this deck? Sometimes you get Chord for 0. I mean the Dryad Arbor like is a bit awkward with the mana in general, and but it is true like the downside of drawing Dryad Arbor is certainly reduced in this deck where you're not going to draw it as often. Oh, maybe I should have responded with the Solitude. I guess I was good to cast this down. I think making sure I can resolve a Solitude here is really good. Even if the Endurance is like kind of primed to eat the Channeler, I think this is just good to get the 2 for 1. My hand is also like just, you know, nothing but 2 for 1s. I'm really ahead on board. I'm ahead on mana. I'm not ahead on cards in hand, but I think just pushing that advantage is good. No swing with Ewit. Could have maybe swung with Ewit. Got a Murktide. Looks like Murktide with Counterspell up too. So I'll play Ice-Fang first. Okay, Bird's Bird. Bird's Bird is not ideal top decks. Although I guess... Yeah, I mean, they've got like a pretty obvious counterspell up. Let me not just jam into the counterspell. I can just jump block with the Bird this turn. I don't have a Mana Trader's Code, though. So that gives me Death Touch on my Ice-Fang. Yeah, you can use Eyelash TV. You can use, you know, Doomwing's got one too. Other people have them. Looks like they have another Murktide. 5 cards still in their hands. But no attack into my Ice-Fang. Why hold back Ewit and Endurance? Oh, sorry, yeah, I should have attacked. I mean, I was mostly, to be honest, just prioritizing getting to life. You also do get to bluff Chord of Calling, though, like by holding these back, which like has some value. Not a ton, but it has some. Alright, so I think I'm going to end of turn Solitude. But yeah, I think I should have attacked with them, too. I'm mostly just like concerned with like controlling the game. Like, I don't think we're necessarily going to get to race. So they know my last card's Yorion. I feel like if their hand was Counterspell, they would snap off a counter here, right? They would just snap it off. They've already used one. No, holding for Dash Ragavan doesn't make sense because of we have the Wall of Blossoms. So I'm just not gonna play anything into the counterspell still. And then if they attack the Channeler, or they have to attack the Channeler, I have Endurance to block. Alright, getting value left and right. Monkey. Yeah, I agree it feels like they only have one counterspell up. Although, you know, they are drawing cards every turn. We're still pretty ahead. Yeah, I did hear that. Yeah, on the league that Ginger beat us for the 5-0, he went 1-4, which is pretty funny. I went 4-1, losing to Ginger. Ginger went 1-4, beating me. They could have Charm. I think if they had Charm, they would have drawn 2 end of turn. Although they might, I guess, yeah, they might think that this card was Chord. Yeah, but that second trophy would have felt so good yesterday. And they put 2 cards on top with the Serum Visions too. And the Exile Lightning Bolt's gonna bolt my Ice-Fang, I assume. And they can attack. But if they can attack, but if they attack with the Murktide, then we're hitting in with our Solitudes and our Endurance, so it's not. They don't have a good attack here. Conman, thank you for the 12 months. Let's go. It's awesome. Yeah, this is a really bad attack if they don't have some good follow up. I guess they could. I mean, if they can't, they also can't follow up with Murktide because then I get to slam Yorion. Okay, I've drawn now 3 lands in a row. That really does hurt my chances of winning, huh? And then also that missed damage earlier is now coming back to bite me, I feel. The 4th iteration. I think it's 4 lands in a row? It might be, yeah. They reveal an Unholy Heat. Heat the Endurance. 6 cards in their hand. Murktide number 2. So I need to draw something that will bring out a counter spell, but I mean they probably just can't counter anything. Because they know about the Yorion. Ah, come on. Okay, well I'm dead, so I have to play this. It definitely gets countered and I lose. Yeah, I think that is 5 lands in a row. We were just so ahead. Then you draw 5 in a row. It is what it is. And they also found all 4 iterations. Lame indeed, huh?